Hello dear students, today I am here with the next video of chapter Light and Shadow. So in this video we are going to discuss about the examples of formation of shadows in nature, that is the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. Students, there are two types of eclipse that takes place in nature, or the formation of shadow in nature takes place in two ways, either through solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. So let's discuss these two things or the natural phenomena one by one in detail. First is your solar eclipse. Students, when the moon comes in between the sun and the earth, it casts its shadow on the earth. So this can block or partially block overview of the sun, and this phenomena is known as solar eclipse. Here the order is sun, moon and then the earth. As you can see in this picture, the middle of the tunnel there is a darker region. This darkest part of the shadow, it is known as the umbra, and the outer lighter region, it is known as penumbra, the lighter part of the shadow at the edges of the tunnel here. So that's how the formation of this shadow takes place naturally. In this picture also you can see the very clear view of the umbral and penumbral region. So here in the middle of the tunnel, this is the umbra where the darkest region of the shadow takes place, and this is the outer part which is penumbra, which is the lighter shadow region. So that's how this natural phenomena solar eclipse takes place. Now you can see the animated video of this natural phenomena that is taking place. The moon is in between the sun and the earth. So middle of the tunnel is the darkest region of the shadow, and the outer part, that is penumbral region, where the lighter shading is taking place. Now students, we can also have a situation where the earth comes in between the sun and the moon. So here earth blocks the sunlight and casts its shadow on the moon, and we say that the lunar eclipse is taking place. So here earth is in between the sun and the moon, so the order will be sun, earth and moon. Here the darkest portion is the umbral region, which is in the middle of the tunnel. Here you can see in between this region, it is the darkest region where the shadow is formed, and this is the umbral region where the total lunar eclipse takes place, and the outer lighter part at the edges of the tunnel, here it is the partial eclipse takes place here in this penumbral region. So students, sometimes when we aim at an object with a light source directly, the blackest portion of the shadow is directly behind the object. As you can see here in this video, you can see here behind the earth there is a darkest portion. This region is very dark, so it is the umbral region where the shadow is very dark, and if the moon is in between this region, then the total lunar eclipse takes place. And if the moon is here in this penumbral region, so this is the lighter shaded portion, which we can say that it is not a true shadow of the earth. So here this lighter portion, the partial lunar eclipse takes place. Now you can see the animated video of this lunar eclipse, that how this phenomena takes place. So now the moon is in the darkest part of the earth, means the shadow of the earth is very dark in this region, that is the umbra. So now the total lunar eclipse is taking place, and if it is in the penumbral region, then the partial lunar eclipse will takes place. That's how these two phenomena takes place. But dear students, why don't we see an eclipse every time? We only see these two phenomena either on new moon day or on full moon day. Solar eclipse cannot be seen every new moon day, and similarly the lunar eclipse, it cannot be seen on every full moon day. This happens because the orbit of the moon around the earth is not quite as same as the earth's orbit is around the sun. As you can see, there is a difference between the orbit of the earth and the moon in this picture. So the two paths, they are tilted with respect to each other, and only because of this sometimes that the sun, the earth and the moon, they lie on a straight line, either on new moon day or on full moon day. So we therefore see a lunar or a solar eclipse only on such rarer occasion. So that's the reason behind the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. So that's all in this video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.